mobile ordering and how you can make it work best for you on this episode of the WDW Fan Zone Show. I am Stuart Sternberg. I'm joined here by Darlene Nagy, John Maloney, Lottie Ferguson, and we're going to entertain you for the next 30 seconds. No. We're going to go through mobile ordering and discuss our likes, dislikes, and how you can really, truly make it work for you. Let's start off with the bad and work our way to the good. Now, the bad, Darlene is smirking, so I'm going to let Darlene handle the bad for now.
Well, you got to be very patient with your cell phone when you're mobile ordering, because a lot of times it does not work. It's a hit and miss type of thing. They've worked on it. They're still working on it. They really want you to use the mobile ordering. If you go into the My Disney Experience app, it'll tell you, say if I was in the Magic Kingdom, it'll tell me what's nearby. And right now, there's only 4 locations that there's doing the mobile ordering, which is like Casey's Corner, Cosmic Rays, Main Street Confectionery, and Sleepy Hollow. But, that's because the park's still open and not closed. If it was during the day, there would be more.
No, much more.
It'll tell you which one's having an issue, because it won't show. If you're on YouTube, I'm trying to get it.
For those who are listening to this, you can't see what Darlene is doing.
It's my cell phone.
Right, she's holding her cell phone up.
I'm in Magic Kingdom right now, but like I said, it's not very, oh, there it is. It's better right there.
So have you guys ever been to the parks where you go to mobile order and the system crashes? That's happened to me a couple of times.
It's never happened to me.
Yeah, it's happened to me a couple of times. Not fun.
But
they do try to get it up. I'm sorry?
The app crashed, or you just stopped getting a response, or what?
No, their app crashed.
Their app crashed, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's never happened to me.
Plus and everything else when that happens.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen often. And I want to put it out there. It doesn't happen often. The reason that's happened to me a couple of times is because living down here, I can go more often. So it'll happen to me more often, and Darlene as well, than it would to you guys who visit, a couple of times a year.
Right.
But like I said, it doesn't crash that often. One other thing that Darlene didn't mention that I've heard recently was that when you mobile order, they may not have every menu item on the app if they don't update it right away. So there could be something you may want and it's not there.
I was going to get to that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Continue.
No. You really need to check the app, because they have added like Typhoon Lagoons in here, Blizzard Beach is in here, All Stars, movies, music, sports, Kingdom, at Disney's Animal Kingdom, Lodge, Kidani, and Disney's Art of Animation, Beach Club, Boardwalk, Caribbean Beach, Contemporary, Coronado, Grand Floridian, Old Key West, Polynesian. So they're going to be rolling out a lot of these. Pop Century, Port Orleans Riverside, French Quarter, Riviera, Saratoga Wilderness Lodge, Yacht Club.
Darlene, hold on for a second. My suggestion would be that anybody listening or watching, please go to your computer and Google the restaurants available for mobile ordering. This way we don't read a whole list.
Yeah, no, there's only, normally it's the quick services.
Yes.
That's specifically what it is.
Yeah.
Right. And it's a good reminder.
At least they're expanding, because before it was only a few restaurants. There's more that they keep adding, which is phenomenal if the park's not overcrowded. That's a big thing.
I don't know if you have this on your list of things. The one thing that I've noticed is, and this has always been a problem for me, when I go to Aloha Isle to get a Dole Whip, it's almost always not working well. It's like you're standing there waiting to come up to order and you just can't do it.
Nope. Aloha Isle, I've never had an issue with and all the time. That was the only restaurant.
Oh God, it's like when I go there for a Dole Whip, it's like it never works right away for me. It's just like I'm fighting with my phone, just like work, God damn it. But when it does work, it's phenomenal because we've been in Epcot where we're taking the boat from one end of World Showcase to the other end, place the mobile order when we get on the boat, and by the time we get off, our order is in, and we just walk over to the restaurant and bingo.
Yeah, well, so that's an important thing to remind people, that the way that you place your order is you pick what you want on the menu. You have to pick a time frame. It'll give you a selection of times depending on how busy the restaurant is. It may tell you that your starting time might not be for half an hour from now.
Mhm.
It could be starting now, or it may not be till later. So, and you can make your order hours ahead of time.
Yep.
So if you know you're going to be somewhere between 12 and 12:30, you place the order at 7 o'clock in the morning. It'll be waiting there for you to push or touch the button that says "I'm here now." So they will start making your order.
Right. It always does ask you if you're ready, if you're there.
Right.
So, if you don't respond that you're there, you respond that you're not,
Right.
I'll hold it for you.
Right. So how far ahead of time do each of you typically push the button to say that I'm here from when you're walking to the restaurant?
30 seconds.
30 seconds?
Maybe 15.
Yeah, I agree with Darlene. Maybe about 15 minutes before.
Especially if it's one of the food items, not like a Dole Whip, but a burger from Cosmic Rays or something. Yes, I would probably do it while I'm walking.
And if the restaurant is very busy and it's lunchtime, it's 12 o'clock, or the busier times for lunch, I've waited as long as 10 to 15 minutes from pushing the "I'm here" button until it notified me that I could come pick it up.
Right.
This did not happen to me. I was at Backlot Express, placed an order after friends that we were with. We got our order first.
Yeah.
And, it's just sometimes that happens. It depends on who's pulling the order together or putting the order together. So that can happen.
Yes.
But I've never really had to wait a very long period of time for my order. I've never had to complain that my order wasn't ready and I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. But I have seen that happen to other people.
Yeah.
And I won't blame the restaurant itself. I think a lot of times it's something that's getting hung up in their app. Like it could hit a glitch going from, your phone to Disney. It tells you it's going through, but maybe it didn't go through right away. So you should always check and make sure. There are always people there you can talk to and say, hey, I placed this order. It told me to be ready 15 minutes, and that was a half hour ago. That would be very unusual, though, I would think.
Yeah. It can, but if you don't want to wait for 10 minutes, if you know that it's busy, and I think the farthest ahead that I would have selected that I'm there before I was actually there was maybe about 5 minutes.
Okay.
If I knew it was very busy, and I'd still end up having to wait a few minutes. I've never had it be ready before I got there, but I'm always kind of nervous about, okay, I don't want to push a button too soon, but I don't want to have to wait too long. So it's kind of up to your discretion.
Yeah, you know what I'd like to try one time? I haven't done this yet. And get to the parking lot of whatever park I'm going to, place the order, go into the park then, and pick up my food and see if it's ready when I get there.
Are there geolocation limitations on how far away you can be?
You know what? I'm sure there are. I'm sure if you're in Michigan, it will not allow you to place an order. But you know what? I would never try to do it from my home, because what if I hit traffic? Like, I know I'm going to be there in approximately 20 minutes to a half hour, but what happens if this is Florida? There's an accident on one of the roads that happens frequently. I don't, and it's not just daily; it's like hourly here.
I'm gonna
Well-
see if I can order at Disney Springs. Hang on.
Have
Yeah.
you ever placed an order and you haven't pushed the button to say you're there yet, but placed the order and then you did get delayed and you didn't get there to the restaurant until after the
No.
time frame of your
That has not happened to me yet.
I haven't
Yes.
10:15
Oh.
show up.
There you go.
So-
And I think you can change the time too. Like if you want
Well-
to show up later on, I think you can.
Okay. Well, Lottie said you said that it did happen to you where you got delayed.
Yeah, I have ordered in the morning and then set a time for like 12:30
Okay.
and then get there late. As the couple times that's happened, I just hit the I'm here now button and they still make the order.
And still, yeah, they haven't lost any. They actually have your money, so they're not losing out.
No, they're not.
Just a
No.
matter of when they start making the food,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And keep in mind, if you're an adult that doesn't eat a lot, you can always order a kid's meal.
Oh,
All
yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
All the time. I've done that since I've been dieting again.
Not me. It's like I should, but I don't.
Order a meal and split it.
Yeah,
Oh, true.
do that too.
That happens too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think overall mobile ordering is a great thing, not just a good thing, a great thing. I wish it would work 99% of the time rather than whatever the percentage is that it
Rather
does
than
work.
92.
Yeah. Um,
I wish it worked at La Cava.
Right? Yeah.
Order your drinks and have them ready and waiting for you when you get
Well,
there.
Yes, because that line is brutal
Mm.
sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. It goes all the way out to the pyramid and up the stairs.
Wouldn't it be great if they could do it at the food booths where you just you don't have to wait in line, you show up and just like, I'm here for my food, hand it over.
Yeah.
And I'll bet you they do that. I'll bet you at some point they will bring it to the food booths.
Well, that's going to take more people working at the booth, though.
It would.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
I would like to see it at the pizza window in Viennapoli when it's open.
Yes, absolutely. And I'd like to see that window open more often.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, that would be a great place for it.
I don't know if I want it at the food kiosks because, that wait in line gives me time to eat the last thing I ordered before I put that. I like that wait.
Well, right now you can do it that way, but I would not be surprised, and I'm not talking about tomorrow, maybe 3 to 5 years from now we'll see it. It might be where even, and I know I'm going off topic slightly for a second here, where you might be able to just show your phone at one of the rides and say, okay, here's my time, go in, and you're done. Not have to show, your wrist, your magic band, or
Yeah.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We will see.
Sometimes I've used mobile ordering just to order a soda or a water. So if we're going and we just want to grab a quick soda or water somewhere, and it so happens that a quick service is the closest place to get a soda or water, and you walk in the door and you see that the lines to the registers are long, I can get onto the mobile app, order a drink, and have it ready faster than if I went in and got in line.
Oh,
Nice.
something else too. If you're an annual pass holder and you want to order a soda or water, like John is mentioning, if you order it from a quick service restaurant, you can get the discount.
All right.
But you can't get it from the kiosks.
You got to order it from a retail.
Yes, that's right.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
not from a quick service, right?
Right. You're right. I stand corrected. You're absolutely right. Yep.
Use that hack all the time. Well, I used to use that hack all the
That
time.
hack.
Yeah, I think what this has done is, like, let's say you're leaving your resort and it's going to be, you're getting on your bus, in your car or on a bus or, whatever means of transportation, taking monorail. And it's going to take you approximately 15 minutes. Boom. And you're hungry. You place that order, you get into the park and you're ready to chow down.
Mm-hmm.
I've also run into the opposite where I was planning to mobile order, and when I went into the app, the window of times that were available were a half hour in the future, and I could wait in line at the register and have my order in less time than if I went into the mobile order.
Yeah, Connections Cafe is one of those places it's sometimes it's faster to get in line than it is to mobile order.
Right.
Right. And the other place that I've had that happen has been Woody's Lunchbox, because I've seen their time very often. If you wait to place your mobile order until you're ready, it's a half an hour or more in the future for the window of time.
I've already been on that one, and I say I'm there at noon and I can't pick up until 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you've got to watch the times at some of these places. If you want that Pop-Tart from Woody's Lunchbox, I would check the app for the time.
Yeah, definitely check the app. But I was there one time. The friends I was with were all doing the Slinky Dog Dash. I didn't want to do it. So I went to Woody's Lunchbox and I ordered fries, and it said, okay, my wait would be a half hour. I knew the line was long. I'd probably be there more than a half hour. And like 5 minutes after I placed the order and said I was there, boom, it was ready.
Yeah.
Which was okay because I was hungry. So, it really can work for you. But John, you're absolutely right. Check the app first.
Well, be flexible.
Yeah.
It's if you know you're going to be someplace, I would recommend, especially if you're going to be going at a busy time, order it as far ahead of time as you can.
Yep.
But if you're more flexible, take a look and see which do you think is going to be faster.
Yeah. And I'll tell you right now, if you want to look for an earlier time because it's showing, let's say 3:45 beyond, and you refresh your app, you might get 4 o'clock and beyond.
Right. Very true.
So, don't be so quick to refresh that app. It doesn't always work in your favor. Actually, mostly it doesn't work in your favor.
Doesn't it tell you not to refresh?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Not if you have a time available.
Yeah.
And that's something you can do on the app if you're trying to get a lightning lane time for Genie Plus, or you're trying to get an ADR for a restaurant. There may not be a time available, but if you refresh, somebody drops one, it might pop up all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm hearing you say that that's not quite the experience you've had with mobile order.
Yeah. Now, something else that can be challenging, I live in an active adult community, and some of our active adults aren't so active anymore. So it can be technologically wise, it can be challenging for some, people my age and older, or, not a knock against them. It's just, it's like, if you remember, do you remember when you were younger and VCRs were like the big thing? We knew how to operate the VCR, but our parents, it's just like they didn't even know what the rewind button was. And things have come a long way from there.
And people today don't know what a rewind button.
That's correct. That is correct.
A digital rewind.
Yeah. So, it can be challenging now if you're a half hour away from the restaurant you want to order from. You're not going to get much help unless you go to guest relations, which could take you further away from your destination. Or you go to the destination and there will be somebody there to assist you. But, that's why I really wish some of the restaurants would give you the alternative of ordering through a live person or the mobile app, because some people just can't do it. And there are some restaurants. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say there are some restaurants there, quick service, where there's, you have no choice. It's mobile order or don't order.
If you got to go to guest services, just go get in line.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I agree. I would never go to guest services to do mobile order. I would ask a stranger in the crowd, do you know how to do this? Can you help?
Yeah.
Find the youngest kid you can. They'll have your order in there in a second.
So funny.
Yep.
funny.
Call Ava. She'll get your order and an extra side of fries for herself.
Yeah,
And we've been talking about the parks, but as we heard Darlene say at the beginning, it's available at most of the resorts.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to go to the quick service, counter service at the resorts, you're going back to your resort and you're going to get a simple dinner. We often go to different resorts just to go to the food court to get something to eat for lunch or dinner as something different to do. So we've used it a lot that way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Polynesian has a great food court.
Oh yeah, food court.
You know, Lottie,
Captain Cook's, yeah.
Captain Cook. Lottie, you gave me a good idea. Disney should create the Ava assistant for the My Disney Experience app. So like Siri and and Alexa, you have
Right.
Ava.
She's standing here and she just
Hi, Ava. Enjoy
she
summer?
just had a
Is that Anna and Elsa?
Oh yeah, they have another week of school. But she just reminded me about Starbucks. I don't think the Starbucks locations have mobile ordering, or do you have to use the Starbucks app to mobile order?
Oh, you know, I don't. Well, Darlene would know. She's a
Darlene's shaking her head.
No,
None of the Starbucks locations have mobile orders.
only the Disney Springs when
Really?
it's available.
So can you use the Starbucks app
To pay, yes.
to pay? Yes,
when
but
you're
not
in line, but not to mobile order.
no mobile order at Starbucks. We gotta
I
fix that.
know. Hey, I just had a problem in the MCO airport too. I'm like, there's no mobile
They
order.
arrested her. Her name was on the terrorist watch list.
That is not the case. Do not tell Ava that. No, I went into the airport. The app was down, and then about 5-10 minutes later, I checked it again, and I was able to place an order in the airport. But yeah, it was just really weird. I was like, that's odd that it was down. But I think it was just there were so many people trying to get into it that yeah. And I think maybe that's what Disney's afraid of, is that it would crash constantly if they let us order, because that line is always long.
You know, and John, maybe you know better, and Lottie, maybe you guys know better than I would, but wouldn't, if they expand their server to the point where, and I think they constantly upgrade their servers.
But they're also not, making food per se. They're making coffee, they're making iced tea. It's the kind of thing that they move through pretty quickly. I don't know if it's because of what they're making or because it's Starbucks versus Disney.
There's a lot more people in Disney World ordering than there are at your local Starbucks.
Yeah.
So Disney's got that. That's why I said, and by service I meant computer service. It's.
Yeah, no, I understand. I don't think it's a technical thing. I think it's more the nature of how those locations work to serve your food order.
It could be the number of employees that they have working that day.
Well, I mean, how long the lines are to begin with at the Starbucks there. Yeah. It would really complicate things to have a mobile order window as well. I mean, those people are trying to move very quickly and match people to their orders. And then if you have a mobile order, picking up your mobile order is much slower than that.
Yes.
I think that would be complicating to try to do that in those locations.
Yeah. I think the best way for people to go about mobile ordering, to make it work for them, is pick your destination for lunch. If it's a quick service restaurant, pick the time you want to eat there. Check the app to make sure the time you can order is available. And you know what? You could do it hours before. You could do it 5 minutes before. Let them know when you get there. They'll make you food. And it really should not take a long time. You should have it in like 5-10 minutes. It might be 15, but you know what? Other than getting on the attraction that has a 6-hour wait, what's your rush?
Weren't there a lot of troubles with mobile ordering on October 1st for the beginning of the 50th anniversary
I
celebration?
won't go to the parks on October 1st.
I was there. We waited 2 hours for our food and never got it. Never got it.
Darlene, it was very good.
So then we tried Columbia Harbor House, and we did get the food from Columbia Harbor House. So yeah, it was very difficult.
Columbia Harbor House is my favorite order.
Except they still haven't put the chicken pot pie back.
I know, but that was my favorite place to mobile order.
I don't think they have the fish and chips back there yet either, that they used to have years ago. But I'm not sure of that. If you could give somebody listening or watching the show out there the best advice you could for mobile ordering, what would it be?
Look at the app before you leave. Know what resort you're staying at to see what's available, what is in each of the parks. So so you're not disappointed when you say, oh, I can't mobile order from Crystal Palace? Of course not. Or the egg roll cart in Adventureland. Be prepared.
Yep. Speaking of being prepared, if you're taking a Disney vacation, there's nobody who can prepare you better for your trip than Mouse Effin' Travel. And you know what the F stands for? Fan. Mouse Fan Travel. Mouse Fan Travel is absolutely the best when it comes to planning vacations to Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Adventure by Disney, Disney Cruise. Nobody does it better than Mouse Fan Travel. Your way, the only way, always. And you
see
can
that
find
line
out more
there,
information.
Stuart? See the line right there, Stuart?
Yeah.
He's gotten worse since I've been gone.
You gotta shock sometimes to wake people up if they're sleeping during the show, so they can.
Jeez.
But anyway, Mouse Fan Travel has you covered with everything. They've got great deals going on right now, and you can find out all about what they've got to offer for you. And if you don't see it, you can always ask for it. They've got experts in every phase of the travel industry. That's by going to www.mousefantravel.com. Hit that button on your computer, www.mousefantravel.com. All right, I think that is going to do it for us this week. Unless anybody has anything else they want to add on mobile ordering. All right, we will be back. We're doing our new show earlier in the week next week than usual because of people here traveling. And we will have our regular show, I think on the regular date as of right now. We'll see what happens with that. So look for the new show earlier in the week than usual. On the regular show, it's usual date and time. Until next time, everybody, be safe, be yourself. Bye-bye.
See you real soon.
I didn't even think about it ahead of time, so I quickly thought maybe I'll sing "Going Mobile" by The Who, but that doesn't fit very well for Disney. So I'm gonna jump over to the Muppets and go with "Moving Right Along." Beep beep. Oh, good night, everybody.
Have a magical night. Stay safe and pack your sunscreen.